Hello and welcome back to episode 21, Club 9 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again with Arsenal, and we've got another 2 cup games for you. So since you were last with us, when of course we edged past Atletico and Wolves, we then went back into the league. We beat Southampton 4-1 and got a draw with Man City, which left us 5 points behind them still. We then lost the first leg away at Hertha 1-0, unfortunately. But 1-0, it's doable. We can overturn that. We then beat Burnley 3-0 as Man City dropped points, which means we are 3 points away from them now. And we've got a tougher run in than them. We've still got Liverpool and Tottenham to play. They haven't really got any of the big teams left to play. So it's still a big ask, but it could happen. Goal difference is actually slightly in our favour at the moment, which was, of course, a big downside for us in the last couple of years. We looked, particularly our first year, it was horrendous, but then it's improved and it's improved again, which is nice. But before we get into that, we've got a Champions League quarter-final second leg against Hertha Berlin and an FA Cup semi-final against Everton, who have just knocked out Chelsea, which means this is the final four. You look at that, you think Arsenal should win it. We should. We've got to make sure we don't get complacent, and we've got to make sure that we hold our nerve and get it in the bag. Hopefully that will be the case. And of course, this is my final video before the European Championship finals. Leave your predictions down below. Is it coming home? It's 1 game away. I think at Wembley, we're going to win. Because Italy started the Euros very strong. We started them a bit average. And we've kind of grown into the tournament. They've dropped off a little bit. I think you see that in recent winners. Portugal in 2016, they drew their group stage games and then came to life at the end. I think that might be a thing that's just a trend. I imagine if you look further back, it's probably happened elsewhere as well. Spain in 2010 lost in the group stage and then won the World Cup. I think that might just be something that's a thing in international tournaments because you've got so many games together. If you can just grind your way through the group stage, you've got a better chance in the tougher games towards the end of it. That's my prediction. I'm going to go 2-1 to England in 90 minutes. Leave your prediction down below. But it's coming home. And the lineup for today's game, we've got Blell in goal, Velez, Erling, Santoni and Jadil as the back four, Gafner as the holding mid with Diallo and Imaz in front of him, Lambermont on the right, Morris on the left and O'Brien as the striker. Throwing for Velez at the back, throws it to Erling who's going to bring it out from the defence. Forward to Velez who finds Lambermont. Glam's out for 3 months with a torn hamstring, so Lambermont has found his space on the right hand side for the rest of the season most likely. Diallo back to Gafner, forward to Morris, who lets fly and it nearly finds the back of the net. Yermina with a free kick for Hertha. Lambert plays, I'm not attempting that name, back to Lambert, and it's played down to Chaladze. There's some dodgy names in this Hertha Berlin team. Morris has nicked the ball though, and he's breaking away, and a very poor shot in the end. Corner for Hertha Berlin now. Aravelo sends it in. Oh, and it's hit the post, and then it's cleared off the line by Velez, and O'Brien's got the ball now. He goes inside to Imaz, who sends it out to the left. Morris collects it. He goes back to Jadil. Half time, we've just told them that we think there's more to come from them. They're doing well at the moment. We still need the goal, of course, and we really don't want to concede now because then we'd need 3 goals. So hopefully we can get at least the one on the board. See if we can get a second without conceding. But we need to get that first one first of all. We're going to make our first change here. We're going to send Boyson on for O'Brien, and then Morris is going to move up front. so that Boysen can go out on the left. And we're going to send Biesman on in midfield for Diallo. I was hoping we'd have the lead so I could bring Emaz off because he's not fully fit. But I think Emaz is going to make something more likely to make something happen out of the free. So I want to leave him on as we're still at 0-0. And now we've only got 7 minutes to go. We're going to go attacking with Lambermont going back up front. Molinas is going to go out on the right hand side. So that then we've got Morris up front as well. So 4-4-2 for the last few minutes. And going attacking, hopefully we can get a goal. Unfortunately, it's not meant to be in the Champions League. We had the better of the game, but they just kind of nullified us for the most part. I think if we have a look at the analytical data, we had a fair few shots in their box, but 3 of them getting blocked. 2 of them being saved, and what's that one? Just off target, is it? Yeah. So we had the better of the game, but just not able to actually find a way past Hertha Berlin, unfortunately. And out of the Champions League we go. They played well, to be fair. They just nullified us, really. Hopefully that won't be the same in the FA Cup semi-final. We're playing Arsenal, who, in theory, are a team that aren't as good as Hertha Berlin. But, of course, we've still got to go into it and play our strongest team, try and get the win. And here we are now for the semi-final of the FA Cup. Rojas starts in goal because Bilal has picked up an injury, and the only other change is Molinas starts on the right so that Lambermont can replace O'Brien up front because O'Brien's flopped a little bit, hasn't he? He's only got, I think, 12 goals this season. Lambermont's over 20. So Lambermont, after being in our team all that time ago at Bayern Munich, he's back in our team again and doing well. Let's see if we can get a second trip to Wembley for the FA Cup final. First highlight, nearly 40 minutes into the game, Rojas plays it short to Erling. He goes out to Molinas on the right hand side, who kind of just stopped chasing the ball. That was very odd. White now has the ball for Everton. Back to Sanyang, who goes out to Fairbairn. Forward to Del Castillo. Cross goes in. Emaz collects it from Erling's header. And now Molinas breaking away. Tries to go past his man. He actually goes with the ball this time. Shoots from range. And it's just past the post. But a good effort. Half time. 0-0 at the moment. It's been a very boring game so far, to be honest. We've had one highlight in that first half. And outside of that, there's not really been anything to even try and show you. So we'll keep going in the second half. Molinas has got an injury. You know what? We'll try Biesman out on that wing. And we'll see how he does there. And then just see if he can pull something off from that right hand side that we didn't know about. This time we get a highlight very early in the second half, and Boysen loses the ball. Santoni collects the clearance, so Fran back to Erling, and he's gonna play it forward to Biesman, who comes inside, plays it to Diallo. Lambermont, Boysen back to Lambermont, through on goal, and 1-0. And that's his 24th of the season. He's now officially doubled O'Brien's output. So it's clear who the real number 9 is. And it's the man with number 9 on his back. As he fires it home past the Everton goalkeeper. A 1-0 lead for Arsenal. And one step closer to the FA Cup final. Thomas is on the ball now. Back to Sanyang. He goes out to Del Castillo. Sanyang then plays it back to Fairbairn on the left-hand side. Thomas shoots from range and it's gone all the way in. And an instant reply from Everton. And very disappointing that we've allowed that to happen so easily. I mean, Fairbairn here, you look at the ball and you think, oh, he's gone to the edge of the box. Not too dangerous, but it's a cracking strike. But Very disappointing for Arsenal. Throwing now for Everton. White finds Newby. Back to Carline. Thomas, the goal scorer. Back to Sanyang. Back to Thomas. Emaz intercepts it and finds Lambermont. And he's brought down, but Boisman's collected the ball as it ran loose. And he's put it towards the far post, but couldn't find the far post and nobody was there to meet it. Going to make our next change, which is going to be... It's a good question. I think we'll bring Boyson off for Morris on the left hand side to see if he can get something going, because Boyson had a quiet day today. They seem very hot and cold, Morris and Boyson do, but luckily if one of them doesn't turn up, the other normally does. Fairbairn goes to Newby. Del Castillo back to Sanyang, and he goes inside to Newby. Forward to White, back to Thomas. So we try and force them away. Sanyang back to Thomas again. Diallo's pressing him well, but Del Castillo through for Fairbairn. Back to Thomas on the edge. Sanyang collects it, and his ball is loose. Morris has picked it up, and he's attacking. He's got Lambermont with him. He's gone all the way by himself, and the keeper's tipped it onto the bar and then collected it. Our final change now is going to be just to bring Gaffner on for Fran in that whole midfield, and hopefully we can find a winner in this last 10 minutes. Fairbairn with a throw. Diallo heads away to Boisman. He goes long to Lambermont. One-on-one with the keeper. Oh, and he's just ran it into the keeper's hands. And now they go long. It's headed down to Del Castillo, who's going past Velez. And, oh, Velez has given a penalty away. You utter idiot. We've gone from a one-on-one chance to a penalty being given to Everton. Sanyang steps up and Everton lead. And for all my praise earlier in the game, Lambermont has just cost us a chance at the FA Cup. Free kick for Everton now. Del Castillo goes to the far post. It's headed away by Santoni, but Thomas collects it. Out to Newby. And it's gone to the edge. Thomas has had a shot deflected at Alpha. Alpha has made it 3-1. And that is game over. And Arsenal, with the best chance we were going to have of winning the trophy this year, we've bottled it in the last 2 minutes of the game. Lambermont missing a one-on-one chance. He didn't even get a shot off. Everton have just put 2 past us, and that is absolutely horrendous. We're back on the final day of the season against Sheffield United. Hopefully we go into that with a chance of winning the Premier League. Based on that performance, even if we've got a chance, we're just going to bottle it. It's what Arsenal do, apparently. And it looks like the series will be ending, most likely, trophyless. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like. Comment your prediction for tomorrow's England game against Italy. Hopefully they can do a lot better than that Arsenal team has. Thank you very much for watching.